Oh, the game played is brought to you by Maxis Games, whose game Kung Poopy you could be playing right now. Your gaming week is sorted with Kung Poopy, available now on the iOS App Store, and also a video game built into Play School.
Hello there.
I didn't quite get that segue clean.
My Kung Poopy.
I want to congratulate you and Steph.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, my Kung Poopy. I don't shout it out anymore. I do it very calmly, very, very, for the kids at home, just so I don't frighten them too much. Kung Poopy.
I believe the word you're looking for is
condescending.
Condescendingly.
Kung Poopy.
You can be playing Kung Poopy right now. In fact, I implore you, support Maxis Games by going to the iOS App Store, downloading Kung Poopy, and playing it while I tell you what else you can play once you've beaten Kung Poopy. Because while there was a slight dearth in news this week, there is not a dearth in video games coming out this week. And I don't think there is a dud among these coming out, at least from a I am willing to check this out for half an hour perspective.
Big
so
call.
let's start. Yeah, it's a big call. Half an hour of my time. That's valuable stuff. Let's start off with Backbone coming to PC on June 8th. That is tomorrow. Backbone is a post-noir role-playing detective adventure. Become Raccoon Private Eye Howard Lotor as you interrogate a diverse cast of characters, collect evidence, and explore dystopian Vancouver, British Columbia, inhabited by animals.
This is on my wish list.
It's on my wish list as well. How good does this game look?
It looks so cool.
Oh my god. And you had me at dystopian Vancouver.
I mean, yeah, it's essentially the next, like I said with that other game, that's like, this is like Portland, the game, or something. This is Vancouver, the game.
Totally. If Vancouver, the game, is not your scene, coming out tomorrow as well, Chivalry 2 is a multiplayer first-person slasher inspired by epic medieval movie battles. Players are thrust into the action of every iconic moment of the era, from clashing swords to storms of flaming arrows to sprawling castle sieges and more. Pete enjoyed this and his time with it.
I sure did.
You're gonna
That's
hack and
all
slash
that I
them
have
all?
to say about that.
Yeah, I'm.
Yeah.
Yep. I
This is not how we do this segment. Keep moving,
I know.
guys.
I know. I was like,
Final
well, they're all
Fantasy
good. You're right.
7 Remake Integrate.
No, we'll keep going through. You're right. Remake Integrate, PlayStation 5, coming June 10th. That's coming on Thursday. Final Fantasy 7 Remake Integrate is a visually enhanced edition of the critically acclaimed and award-winning Final Fantasy 7 Remake for PlayStation 5.
Faster!
The game also features FF7R episode Intermission featuring Yuffie as a main character, introduced an exhilarating new story arc and numerous gameplay additions for players to enjoy. Ninja Gaiden Master Collection is coming out on the same day to PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. Enjoy 3 games from the Ninja Gaiden series in this one title. Each title, and this is the official blurb from the studio, each title is just as fun as you remember while providing the same high-speed action of the original releases. Look forward to heated battles with fearsome opponents. If you don't want to fight those opponents and instead think that you can make a better game, we've all thought that before. Balan Wonderworld. Game Builder Garage is coming to Switch on June 11th, Friday. Have you ever dreamed of building your own video game, Balan Wonderworld? The Game Builder Garage software is a great place to start. Anyone can learn the basics of game design and visual programming with step-by-step lessons. Step by step, use those steps to kick people in the face. Guilty Gear Strive is coming to PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, and PC on Friday as well, June 11th. The cutting-edge 2D, 3D hybrid graphics pioneered in the Guilty Gear series have been raised to the next level in Guilty Gear Strive. The new artistic direction and improved character animations will go beyond anything you've seen before in a fighting game. And I will say that fighting games really need to come up with some new fonts. I feel like I see that font that they just showed us before in so many
This
JRPG...
this is whatever studio's doing this. This, even the cogs moving and stuff like that, is like tactics and all sorts of games that they just use the same like trailer making house. There's a production house that makes trailers for every game in Japan.
Let us make these trailers. And then finally, the big one on this list, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, is coming to PlayStation 5 and only PlayStation 5 until the downgrade patch in 2 months on Friday, June 11th. An evil robotic emperor is intent on conquering cross-dimensional worlds with Ratchet and Clank's own dimension next in his sights. You'll need to dust off the dynamic pair's outrageous weaponry and stop a dimensional collapse in its tracks. Blast your way home, not blast your home, with an arsenal of explosive new weapons, including the burst pistol, topiary sprinkler, and the shatter bomb. Zip above cityscapes, boost into combat, and slip through dimensions with physics-defying new gadgets. So there is a ton of solid games on this list. And I want to start with Gus Ronald. What is on your game plan this week?
I'm allowed to talk now? Because I'm not allowed to weigh in on the fonts on the fighting game?
No.
Fair cool. Look, I'm going to be playing Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. Obviously, it's part of our game club, so I'll be playing that on Friday on release, and I'll be streaming it right here on this Twitch channel. Not on this podcast, if you're listening that way. But outside of that, which, again, looks great. I've mentioned before, I haven't played any Ratchet and Clank games. I've been doing my homework, though. I've been watching YouTube recaps. I've been watching the story so far. I've been watching them tell me what to play, what not to play, including the fact that the PS4 remake, that apparently canonically is kind of like, yeah, you don't really need to know this. It was kind of like a remake of a different story of the sequel to the movie. And I was like, okay, this is confusing. But from everything I've heard, people are saying, developer-wise, like, this might be a great one for people who love the series and people who've never played it before to kind of get in as well. So I will definitely be playing that. And aside from that, Chivalry 2, as I mentioned before, is something that Pete's already mentioned, playing early access, I guess it was. I've been waiting for that to be full release before I dive into it and start hack and slash and getting all my my work-related rage out on that game, because that just looks bloody good fun, pun intended. And I want everyone else to be playing it too, because I think, as we've mentioned, these games, this and like War of the Roses and stuff, the fun is from the banter and the screaming and the face-offs you have with your co-workers and friends. So hopefully you guys are playing it too, but I won't speak for you guys. You can say what you're playing.
Oh, I will absolutely be playing this. I don't like... There could be Halo Infinite on this list, and the only thing I would play this week is Chivalry 2.
Really?
Yeah. It's like, it's just fun, man. I always have fun in these games, like, for the first, like, you know, I'm just...
Couple
what
of
I put
weeks.
into Mordhau was the most recent one that I put time into, and, you know, I put like 20 hours into that. So it's like... And I think this is better than Mordhau. I see myself, like, jumping into this for a couple of rounds every night kind of thing. If I can get enough people playing with
you
it.
got the early access? Have you got this?
No, it wasn't. I
now?
bought it. I bought it on Epic, and that gave me access to the betas that ran over the last couple of
Okay,
weekends.
so you'll get it when it drops.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
So I'm super keen to jump into this. And I guess while I'm talking, the other thing that definitely stands out to me on the list is Backbone. Like Nick, I have it wish listed on my Steam, waiting for that ping when it goes, it's available now, because I think it's going to drop in the next like 24 hours. There's like a countdown on it. It looks beautiful, and it looks kind of like the point and click game that I kind of want now. I'm ready for a new one. The last one I really played was Thimbleweed Park, and I'm kind of ready for another kind of little conversation, like a simmering game like this, and just the design of it all looks so cool. So,
and you've just come off the back of another detective game. Are you detectiving more than you're actually destining? Maybe
I think this will be more fun than Famicom Detective Club. I hope the story is as interesting, but I think it'll feel more like a by the looks of it, it looks more like a LucasArts kind of classic adventure in that way of, like, you know, you get beaten up because you chose the wrong like line of dialogue, or, you know, little puzzles, as opposed to just like forcing your way through a story. There's going to be some interesting dynamic storytelling here.
Yeah, let's go.
I implore people to go to Steam and look at the screenshots of this game, because it is just stunning, and there is so much detail in these worlds. It's crazy. And also on Steam right now, you can install the prologue to the game, which is the first act of the game, to play for free. And you can actually install that.
Lord
now,
Shad is saying in chat as well, if you have Game Pass, it's on Game Pass. So
it's on Game Pass. There you go.
That is where I'll be playing it.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm so excited for this. There's basically not a game. If I'll go the other way, I'll say the game that I'm least interested in playing, and that's the Ninja Gaiden Master Collection. Everything else I'm going to play. Ratchet and Clank is a total given, not only because of Game Club, but because it's Ratchet and Clank, because it's the PS5 exclusive, because it's on my fantasy draft, all those reasons. Backbone, I echo everything that Pete said. It looks phenomenal. I'm really excited for that. Chivalry 2 has been a series that I've never been interested in, but the amount that you two are interested interested in it, and from what Pete was telling us a couple of weeks ago about it, I'm super keen on checking that out. Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade. I started Final Fantasy VII Remake. I really enjoyed it. It's on my pile of shame for this year that I want to get through. So once I'm done with Prey, then probably jumping into this, and the fact that I get to play it with the PlayStation 5 upgrade.
Will it keep your save?
I'm not sure it will, but thankfully I only put about an hour in. I basically did the first section, and then I got back to the city, and then that's where I stopped playing for some reason. But always intending to go back.
It's a Final Fantasy
the perfect time. It's a Final Fantasy game. Game Builder Garage. I'm really keen to check that out and see what sort of games I can make for my kids. That sounds really fun. And then randomly, I'm really into the idea of Guilty Gear Strive. I think it looks super, super cool. It just looks phenomenal. I'm not a fighting game person at all. I'm not particularly good at them. I've never really been interested in them, but I'm really interested in just how awesome this one looks. I really love the style behind it. And I know people who are into fighting games who swear by Guilty Gear and are just like Guilty Gear, Blaze Blue, these sort of like series, which are probably like top tier fighting games, but second tier when it comes to public awareness of them as fighting games. They're not your Street Fighters, your Mortal Kombats, your any of those sort of things.
I didn't even know Guilty Gear was a full-on series, which is probably a criminal thing to say, but like,
but I'm going to check this out this week because just the style of it just oozes a lot of stuff that I'm really, really into. So yeah, this is a phenomenal week for games.
Just oozing fonts.
It's oozing fonts. So let us know what is on your playlist. We're keen to hear what you're going to be playing. You can let us know on the Discord by heading to backpocket.gg. There's a link there to sign up to the Patreon to get to the Discord. And I think there's a link there to actually sign up to the Discord for free to unlock some channels. You need to be a patron to unlock all of them. And if there isn't, I'll make sure that link is there as well. So you can let us know in that Discord what is on your game list.